Welcome back to The Blend. So you got some stuff. It's interesting, but is it valuable? You don't know the answer to that question. Our next guest is here to clear up the confusion and pan out the good stuff from the bad. And here with a lot of bad stuff is the owner of Las Vegas Coin Company, John Jankowski, alongside longtime collectibles buyer Scott Delors. You guys have seen some stuff come in.
We have.
You know what's
Yes,
good, and you know what ain't.
And we brought some of what ain't. All right?
Let's talk about some of the, ultimately, you got to feel a little bit bad. You being in this business, people are coming in, they're thinking what they have is worth a ton, and you're looking, you're like, oh, I'm going to have to ruin someone's day.
Well, I probably get more questions about that right there.
What? The coins?
These steel pennies right here.
Steel penny. Okay, thanks. Oh, jeez. All right, thanks.
Okay? These are really not as valuable as they might appear.
They're steel. I mean,
Yes.
Okay.
The U.S. Mint made 1 billion of those.
Okay. So
And I get calls
hey, that means
every
they're
day.
limited edition.
Yes.
Yeah.
And people think they have the rare one. We buy those for about 3 cents. You can buy all you want from us for a nickel.
They've tripled in
They
value.
stick to a magnet. Here, you can try it.
Can you try? I have no hands. What are you doing? Here we go. Wow, look at that.
These
All
will
right.
stick to a magnet.
Wow.
And so these are one example of, we get more calls on that than anything else.
My goodness. We'll clean this up later. I'm sorry. Okay. So the pennies, everyone, like, they have that little jar of the interesting. They're like, wow, this seems a little different. They're really not worth that much.
No, they're really not. But people don't see them in change, so they think, wow, this is really something rare.
Yeah.
We brought a few other marvelous things here to show as
like
well.
the plates and the crystal and stuff like that.
It is. It's such a shame. As John was mentioning, there's a lot of stuff people think is rare.
Yeah.
In the collectible world, we have items even as old as 40 years old in its original box. Plates, collector plates, bells, even with the name Hummel, original packaging, and they say, oh, mine has the packaging, mine has the certificates. These here, as crazy as the prices could have been, as far as 30 years, 20 years ago, are almost worthless. These are tough to get $1 or $2 in today's market.
Because there's not a huge demand, I'm assuming, out there for Hummels.
It's just not there. Maybe for Hummels, but not for
the
plates, not
yeah.
for bells. Even into the Yadro or other line of collectibles, certain things have just gone out of fashion. Nobody's putting plates on the collector cups. Grandma and Grandpa used to have these as decorative, and they even got this as their 20th anniversary.
Oh.
And they would display the plates, and they would display the cups. Nobody's doing that. This is stuff that if you could have practical use, you should use it, but there's not even a use for this.
Ask
plate.
yourself at home, when was the last time you and your wife said, you know what, honey, we need to buy a bell? Because if no one's buying it, then it's not really worth it.
And that's the problem. And then there's items even more recent and things that the problem is there's misinformation.
There's a lot of people that bought a lot of Beanie Babies. They were prepared. This is going to put their kids through college.
I will venture to say there's not a viewer right now that does not either have Beanie Babies or has a relative that has a room full of Beanie Babies.
We all know that one
We all
person.
know that. Everybody's done it. But here's the problem. It's not just Beanie Babies. There's a misinformation. If you go online, you will see blogs. You will see online Etsy's. You will see eBay that she is online for $50,000.
This one?
The same one you're holding.
Worthless, huh?
$500,000, $50,000, all these prices that people say she's worth this or they're asking this. And then one day somebody clicks a button or a kid does it or a friend clicks it and buys it. So it shows as sold, but nobody pays for it. So they do it in their blog. They say, look at what it's worth. It's not worth it.
It's only worth what people will buy for it.
If it's worth $500,000, well, there's
Which one is this?
Thank you. This is the Princess Diana tie Beanie Baby, the official one that started the big craze back in 1998.
How much would you pay for this?
In today's market, she might get $5. Yeah, there she is.
Next. You have this. Hold on. Now, this is something that actually angers me quite a bit. We have the playing cards here. A lot of playing cards. A lot of people collecting those like it was going to be the thing that put their kids through college. This in particular, this actually gives me agita looking at this one. It is Tom Brady, who I do adore, but if you see at the bottom there, that is that's the Super Bowl. I believe the one where we lost where David Tyree caught it with his helmet.
Yes.
What makes this worthless other than the fact that it's
other
from
than that
Super Bowl?
fact that you certainly don't appreciate it, is the simple thing that there's no autograph, there's no collectible nature. It's decorative. It's something that somebody could enjoy. Maybe somebody liking to rub in that they went 18-1 instead of all the way through. But it's just novelty. It's not an item that has collectible value. It's not something we're able to pay any real money for. Now, had Tom Brady signed the photo, and if he has a certified signature on the photo or the football, bring that on in for sure. But as you can see, that's probably not something we're thinking there's value to.
It took 12 years, but I feel better now. So if you have some stuff, whether you think it has value or not, sometimes you just don't know. You bring it to you, the experts, and you'll be able to tell us.
Absolutely. That's the best.
But often, if somebody calls us on the telephone we could qualify them in advance.
Gotcha.
I really get more calls on those pennies than anything else on the planet.
Steel pennies, but not these ones. Las Vegas Coin Company. They're on Southeastern Avenue, right across from BJ's Restaurant and Brewhouse. South of the 215, their number and website are right there on your screen. Las Vegas Coin Company, a proud sponsor of the Morning Blood. Why do we even print pennies anymore? Makes no sense. Well, actually, it does make sense.